Do 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 do. God, she's so ignorant of your power level, right? Though, like, he did. I will say Zenos did beat us up at least once before, but you know, we were like level 60 then. So surely we've got a shot now. Lise has gone to deliver Fordola into the custody of the Alliance, leaving Minago and her men to hold the residential district and stand ready. Once the Alliance has breached the main gates and commenced their assault, the Resistance forces will push through the entrance here and join the fray. In that case, I'll remain here. My search for Kryl took me into the city proper, and my familiarity with their defenses may prove useful to the Resistance. Understood. I shall instruct Arenvald and his unit to render support as well. They were tasked with securing the Aetherite, as I recall, with me, old. Let's see, we've been playing for about an hour. My kids don't have school today because it's Thanksgiving week. So there is a good chance we will do the Stormblood dungeon and the subsequent trial. And with that being the case, you might be able to join us if you like. City is very pink. I think my daughter would love it. Leveled up, Zenos should be more worried about you, right? I don't think he's even done his job quests. I haven't either, but still. Gods, Kryl, it's good to see you. I feared the worst. It wasn't your fault. You saved me. All of you. Thank you. We'll be departing shortly for Porta Praetoria to rejoin the main host. Arnvald, I would have your unit remain here, Thancred, that you might support the Resistance troops in the coming battle. Understood. Won't let you down. Trust you'll refrain from doing anything I would not. We are both far too young to die. Right. No noble sacrifices. Got it. Old Kryl, let us be off then. Speak with Raoul Bond. It was over here on the moon. Let's travel by Chocobo. It's based on sandstone, you believe? But it's got that special pink tint, which makes it really interesting. I know, I forget what sodium rocks are called. It might just be called sodium. But I know that they have a tendency to have like a pink hue to them. And so it might be a nice touch that this area is slightly pinker because of the saltier sand around it. Also, did I attune? I sure did. Just like riding a chocobo every now and then. Just wanted to appreciate the view. You caught me. You caught me sightseeing. But I regret nothing. Sightseeing is fun, right? Even for as old as this game is.
The heroes of the hour. Not content with securing the residential district, you gifted me an Imperial commander. What are you after, a medal?
The work is its own reward, General. I must say, however, that Fordola's claims were not a little disturbing. What manner of power could Zenos have acquired that might equal an icon?
Also, I would like 2 medals, please.
Might you speak of our missing Omega?
Very possibly. The Empire's fondness for comparable Allagan technologies is exceedingly well documented. Have we made any progress with our own investigation?
None. The search goes on in earnest, but Cid has thus far found nothing of note. Mayhap the Garleans beat us to it. If they were working desperately to repair the machine, that might explain their decision to remain within their walls.
Ah, Lys. I trust you surrendered Fordola into custody without incident. We were just discussing the pilot's claims.
About Zenos and his newfound powers. She hasn't said a word on the subject since we rescued Kryl, even when the interrogator asked nicely.
Mayhap I can offer some insight into her claims, or at least into the facility and the experiments they conducted during my time there. Though my memories of the period are somewhat muddled, there...
Oops.
Thancred told us only that Fordola had undergone some manner of treatment.
Yes. It is a place wholly dedicated to the creation of enhanced beings, whom they refer to as the Resonant. As I understand it, the process aims to imbue a test subject with the qualities of an individual with demonstrated magical aptitude. This entails the mechanical extraction and transfusion of some manner of primordial essence.
So that's how Fordola improved so fast. I knew there had to be something. She wasn't half as strong or quick to predict my attacks when we first met. If it weren't for Oriange's siphon thingy, I really don't think we'd have beaten her.
My humble scheme asked far more in the execution than it required in the conception, I do assure thee.
Oh, you've got to stop doing that.
In calling upon Lady Alisaie after her defeat, I was most intrigued to learn of the apparent effortlessness with which Fordola countered her attacks. 'Twas as if she knew the blade's destination ere its journey began. A most impressive feat under any circumstances, but an almost miraculous one when considered in the context of Fordola's unfamiliarity with my lady's arts. How then could she so perfectly predict an unknown opponent's every move? After much deliberation, I surmised that Fordola may be possessed of a preternatural ability to divine meaning from the fluctuations of an individual's ether and to instinctively react. To employ a metaphor, one might say that she was attuned to the whispers of my Lady Alisaie's soul.
The third preternatural usage in like 30 minutes. Shouldn't Kryl be resting? Nah, she's got intel. She was napping in that soda can we found her in.
Wait, have you not just described a manifestation of the Echo?
I had no conclusive proof. The available anecdotal evidence suggested only that Fordola was uncommonly sensitive to etheric fluctuations, and 'twas this which led me to develop my stratagem. I would fashion a device with the capacity to generate a massive disruption in the surrounding ether. If, as I suspected, Fordola's senses were indeed questing for the most minor of oscillations, the shock of exposure to a more amplitudinous etheric waveform would be akin to a debilitating bout of ether sickness.
How ingenious. I note that the success of your plan hinged on your device's wielder remaining ignorant of its purpose, lest Fordola divine your intent.
Ah.
Indeed so, Master Alphino. All things considered, 'twas a most fortuitous outcome.
That's putting it mildly. In any event, if Urianger is correct, that would mean these Resonant have been granted the power of the Echo via artificial means. A sobering thought, to say the least, and one which makes me wonder what else Zenos has in store.
I'm a little worried that Zenos also has this power, and now that we know how it works, it won't work again?
Whatever the Viceroy's newfound powers, I know of none better equipped to face him. And face him you must. For there is now but one path forward, and it leads straight to Alamigo.
And it's not as if we came unprepared. We've got all our friends and allies fighting for the same thing. Honestly, right now, I feel like we could take on anyone and win. And I mean anyone.
Victory is as good as ours.
Exactly. Oh, I wouldn't want to be in Zenos' boots. Not with the likes of us coming to get him. Right. I'd best get back to the residential district. Thancred and the Resistance forces are waiting.
Can we blast this place from orbit?
It's time we join the main host. Kryl, in light of your recent ordeal, might I suggest that you remain with the rearguard for now?
Oh, if you insist. Just this once.
I would have been like, screw that, I'm gonna go take a nap. If I may, General, is there aught Olden I can do to assist with the final preparations? Glad you asked. Pippin informed me moments ago that all forces are in position and that we are ready to commence the assault. Now it remains but to notify the Alliance commanders. If you've no objections, I should be glad to have you do the honors, Old. You were instrumental in the success of Operation Archon. You helped bring an end to the Dragonsong War. You are the hero to the people and a symbol of hope. Some might judge it an empty gesture, or worse, a waste of your talents, but I know it would mean much to everyone here. Hey, Marek. How you been? Hi, kitty. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Can you meow loud enough into the mic? I don't think it's coming through. You should be the one to bring me word. By the Fury, it's good to see you, my friend. You who stood with us in our direst hour will ever be an inspiration to my countrymen and me. Though Ishgard's debt can never be repaid, it is my hope that our deeds this day shall go some small way to redressing the balance. Very classy. Whoop. Merleweeb. It's time then. Oh, this is not my theater of choice. We will play our part. Our cannons care not either way. That battery has sunk enough ships to fill a fleet. 'Tis not like to be bested by a gate. All is ready? Very well. Though many will fall in the coming battle, how many more shall know liberty for their sacrifice? There is a time for peace and a time for war. Even the matron understands this. We who have received of hers and the elemental's blessing, go now to stand for Eorzea and her children. I don't think I've ever been a white mage. Are they, like, very religious driven? Or is it more natural than spiritual? It is done then. Thank you, old, for humoring an old bull. Maybe natural is spiritual. Maelstrom, Adder, and Ishgardian forces are in position, General. Resistance forces in the Alamegan quarter are ready to and await our signal. Not left to do but the deed itself. Gotta put on my cowboy hat. We're gonna storm the gates. By the way, double checking that I'm up to date.